Welcome back to the channel. Today's video includes Interstates 40 East and 75 North through Knoxville, Tennessee. The video begins near mile marker 369 on Interstate 40 East and ends near mile marker 394 just east of Interstate 640. This was my third attempt at recording this stretch of interstate. The reason why my previous two attempts at recording this stretch of highway failed was because of, put simply, very heavy traffic. My first attempt at recording this highway on May 13th, as we were just about to arrive near the Great Smoky Mountains, it failed due to heavy traffic. We happened to arrive at the worst of rush hour while we were heading through Knoxville, which was between 5 to 5:30. On top of that, we were caught inside of a strong thunderstorm. It was pretty much a washout. And I have to say, a combination of heavy traffic and heavy rain is a terrible combination when you want to record the roadways. The traffic was so bad on May 13th that we had to take a detour. Two days later, on May 15th, I tried to record my second attempt, which I was able to save a few clips of it in my Alabama and Tennessee road sounds compilation, video linked above. However, as we got close to Interstate 640 on the east side of Knoxville, there was heavy traffic. Once again, we had to take a detour, and that did cost me another attempt at recording Interstate 40 through Knoxville. Finally, on May 17th, I was able to get a successful third attempt. There was very little traffic flowing on Interstate 40 as we were headed back from Nashville. As the area in front of us starts to get more urbanized, I guess now is a good time to talk about some information about Knoxville, Tennessee. The population of Knoxville as of the 2020 census was 190,740, a 6.6% increase from the 2010 census, which recorded 178,874 people living inside of its city limits. To the right is exit 376, Interstate 140 East, toward Maryville. Maryville is home to the Knoxville metro area's main airport, McGee-Tyson Airport. Knoxville is actually one of 9 cities throughout the U.S. where I actually disagree with the U.S. Census Bureau on how big the area actually is. According to the U.S. Census Bureau, the 2020 population of the Knoxville metropolitan area was 879,773. However, I would add Sevier County to that number. Sevier County, by the way, contains Sevierville, Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg, and a large chunk of the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. Its population as of 2020 was 98,380. Add that to the official Census Bureau's definition of the Knoxville's metropolitan area, would give my definition of the Knoxville metro area a 2020 population of 978,153. As you can tell by the width of this road, it does feel like a city of not far under 1 million people. Once again, if you want to know more details about the history of Knoxville, there's a link in the description down below for that. But in short, the city was first settled in 1786. It was founded in 1791 and officially incorporated in 1815. It served as the capital city of Tennessee until Nashville was built. Following the Civil War, the city grew quickly. In the 1880 census, its population was 9,693. 70 years later, in 1950, it had grown to 124,769. But with overseas competitiveness in the steel industry and the decline of the rail industry, two of the biggest sectors in Knoxville's economy at the time, the city started to lose population. Its economy was struggling throughout the 1960s, 70s, 80s, and 90s. Its population did not grow much, even though there was a big jump between 1960 and 1970, mainly because it annexed nearby towns and small cities. Fortunately, things started to turn around by the turn of the century. As in every census in the 2000s, its population grew. Today, the Knoxville area is one of the best places in the entire state of Tennessee to live in, with relatively cheap housing, a good job market, and some great scenery nearby. A few places and events help put Knoxville on the map. The city hosted the World's Fair in 1982. As for some famous places, just west of downtown Knoxville is the University of Tennessee. Over 30,000 students have enrolled in the university as of the fall 2020 semester. While it is not located in Knoxville proper, the Oak Ridge National Laboratory also made the Knoxville area quite famous. It employs 5,700 people, mostly in the government sector, and it has some of the world's fastest supercomputers. If you want to learn more about the Oak Ridge National Laboratory, visit ornl.gov. The most famous place in the Knoxville area, though, is the Great Smoky Mountains National Park, which is why we went vacation there. Interstate 40 first came into existence through the Knoxville metropolitan area in 1967. Interstate 75 was built to be concurrent with Interstate 40 throughout the late 1960s. In 1977, however, during the construction of Interstate 640, it was decided that Interstate 75 run along Interstate 640 north of downtown Knoxville to keep long-distance traffic outside of the already congested downtown area. Now, with all that congestion, the city had to upgrade its freeways. As you can see in the video, Interstate 40 has gone through significant upgrades throughout its history. The biggest reconstruction project in the Knoxville area along Interstate 40 was a $200 million project which was called Smart Fix 40. It widened Interstate 40 through Knoxville and upgraded several major interchanges to allow for easier traffic flow. You'll see the result of the project as we enter downtown Knoxville. And right here is where Interstate 75 officially splits from Interstate 40. What was the original route of Interstate 75 before it was rerouted is now Interstate 40, the section we're on right now, and Interstate 275, right near downtown Knoxville, heading north from Interstate 40 to Interstate 640, where the current Interstate 75 is. You can start to see downtown Knoxville just to the left of the center of the screen. Here is Interstate 275, the original Interstate 75. That was a rather impressive interchange for a city of just under 1 million people. What you are seeing in front of you is the result of the SmartFix 40. The project was completed in 2009. Urbanization on the east side of Knoxville seems much thinner than it is on the west side of Knoxville. And up ahead is the eastern end of the Interstate 640 Knoxville bypass. Well, the video ends here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all next time. If you want to see more of my content, click the 2 links on screen.